Thanks for coming back to look at my video. We're going to talk about cravings and how you can kneecap them or cut them off, chop them down, okay? Make them smaller. How can you reduce cravings while you're on a diet, right? So let's talk about a couple of points I've written down here. Well, I think one of the most important things is you need to work out a plan or an objective. So you need to understand where you're going, what you want to achieve, all right? If you're on a diet, is it going to be a lifelong commitment for you? Is it going to be a lifelong commitment towards a healthy eating plan, or you're going to go back into binging, eating junk, occasionally, and then maybe more regularly ramping that up, and then paying lip service to healthy eating? And a lot of people do that. They'll eat a little bit of lettuce leaves here and there, in amongst the oceans of fries and other crap that they eat. So make a commitment with yourself. Lots of people do that every day for different reasons. They make commitments, but making the commitment to eating good food and working out a plan and where you want to be in, say, 6 or 12 months is one of the smartest things you can do, because you'll usually end up where you want to go, all right? Whether you end up on the scrap heap or you want to end up, somewhere really nice, it's your call, basically, right? So try and work out a plan, all right? How long are you going to stay on this path for? All the years I've been in this business, I don't commonly see people who say to me, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do the right thing, and they consistently do it. Maybe 1 in a million will do that. It's not important to be constantly, to be persistent every single day to do the right thing. But you've got to do the right thing most of the time, particularly when it comes to eating food. So work out your plan, all right? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's go further. The first thing you need to do, if you're going to work out a plan, is look what you've already got in your house to see what's going to tempt you. Part of the plan is getting rid of stuff in the house that's a temptation. Crappy foods and junk foods, expired foods. And I've said this many times, if I go into your refrigerator right now, how many jars am I going to find that need dumping? How many packets or bottles or boxes of food am I going to find, in your kitchen that need trashing? How many plastic bags am I going to take out of that room? You'll be surprised how many times. I've been to several patients' house in years gone by with exactly that aim, where I took a plastic bag in and I said to one lady, everything in this bag is going in the trash. And she said, ha! You won't find anything bad in my kitchen. I ended up filling that bag and another one. Okay? That's how much trash I found in that kitchen. So it's incredible what you will find if you dig deep enough, right? So get rid of the crap and junk first. That's part of your plan. The other plan is to go out, make a list, and go and do some shopping. Think about the healthy kind of treats that you can have, that when you do have a snack attack and you do crave something, you can eat something good instead of something bad. We'll come back to that, all right? So a smart thing for you to do also is have a relationship with somebody in a health food shop, a good health food shop. When I was in Los Angeles, my favorite one there in Santa Monica, Air One, I think it's called, it's a beauty. And they've got some really skilled staff in a lot of these shops. So you will find quite passionate people, and often they'll take you around and show you different things, So you'll be surprised what kind of snacks and treats you can get in health food shops that are actually really good for you, that taste excellent. One of my favorite ones, for example, that Tracy brought home the other day from the Asian shop was a whole packet with 5 or 6 little packets of seaweed in there, dried smoked seaweed, which I love. So a really good way to get your minerals into your body is to eat some pieces of seaweed. It's quite tasty. So protein choices are one of the key things that you want to think about when it comes to stopping cravings, okay? You need to eat protein with most meals. It could be a little piece of chicken, could be a piece of fish. For some people it could be a cold cut. For other people it could be some legumes, or it could be half an avocado. It could be some almonds or Brazil nuts. It could be some sunflower seeds roasted in tamari, for example, something like that. So, but these small snacks are always good to have on hand in case you do get this craving. I had a good chat with my dentist the other day about chewing, and he absolutely agreed with me that 1 Brazil nut or 3 or 4 almonds, you could spend 5 or 10 minutes chewing this until it becomes almost liquid. Now that I got all my bottom teeth fixed up again, it's amazing how you can put 3 or 4 almonds, with the skins, in your mouth and chew them literally for 15-20 minutes. Just keep chewing and chewing like gum, okay? Without teeth, of course, it's not good. Now, that's not a bad way to stop a craving, is to chew on a couple of nuts. Some people recommend gum. I'm not a big fan of high fructose corn syrup, and that's in all gum today, although you can get some really good sugar-free gum in the States, I believe now, some excellent gum. So a little piece of that complete sugar-free gum or a nut chewed sometimes between meals can really help to stop the cravings for sweet foods. All right. Protein choices. You need to pick your protein choice that you like. So I'll commonly eat a piece of cold fish, a fish that I've cooked up the day before, or a hard-boiled egg, or some nuts or some seeds. A common snack for me will be an avocado, because I've got 2 avocado trees, so we've always got hundreds of avocados. So eat 1 or 2 avocados per day is a fantastic snack. Avocado really reduces, how would I put it? Avocado tends to have a slow effect on your metabolism. I find it slows things down. 1 good sized avocado can allay the hunger for a few hours. It's phenomenal how long you don't feel hungry when you've eaten an avocado for. So you want to try them. They're an excellent source of protein and minerals, and fiber especially. Eat at regular times. So if you've got cravings, especially in the afternoons, you need to eat that breakfast. Now, I have said on previous videos that breakfast is not all important for everybody, but for someone who wants to reduce their cravings, I think a good feed in the morning with protein is a really good thing to do. So if you're a vegan or vegetarian, you're going to be looking at maybe some type of a grain source or some type of a porridge or oats, or it could be vegetables for breakfast. It could be something like that. It could be some root crops and leafy greens, maybe some sprouts thrown in there. If you're like me, it could be a couple of eggs scrambled up, maybe. It could be a piece, again, a half an avocado, could be some spinach steamed up or something like that. Could be a smoothie, but a protein source in the morning will push hunger way back right through to 12:1 p.m. So make sure, if you have cravings, that you don't skip breakfast. It's a key one. Another really sneaky trick is to drink water regularly, okay, away from food, between meals, okay. So make sure you have several glasses of water between breakfast and lunch, and between lunch and dinner. That's one of the big tips, really clever tips I learned years ago that helped many people out that I work with over time, just to drink more water. Now, coffee and tea don't act like water when it comes to pushing, the pushback for the cravings. Water does do that, right? Especially important to drink water when you eat a high fiber diet, because that will really give you that fullness that you're looking for, all right? A couple of small pieces of cooked sweet potato and a glass of water will make you feel like you've had a 2-pound steak. Don't believe me? Give it a try, okay? A couple of nice big chunks of baked sweet potato, and then a glass of water after that. You watch what happens. You'll feel like you've had a double cheeseburger, all right? You won't be hungry for a long time, all right? What else? Yeah, watch out for the cravings. So also read the signs of cravings coming on, because you'll start to think, what can I eat? And you'll be going to the refrigerator, you'll be going to the pantry, you'll be looking around for food. When you get that kind of feeling, another thing you can do is go outside, take the dog for a walk, or go and do an activity straight away, all right? Now, people do this all the time, but they do it in another sense. Many of my patients who drive trucks, fly planes, operate machinery, things like that over the years, for example, I've talked to, I said, well, what do you want to do when you need to go for a bowel motion? Oh, well, I just ignore it. If I'm sitting, if you've got a guy sitting there in a $1 million crane, with doing this huge big lift, he can't just all of a sudden drop the controls and go down to the bathroom, can he? He's got to hold it in. Right? So what I found talking to people like that is they say, well, if you ignore the signal, usually for about 5 or 10 minutes, it goes away and it comes back later on. If you ignore the signal. Now, ignore the craving signal, it will also go away, okay? When that craving signal comes, that glass of water goes down, you go and have diversion, you do something else, the mind switches off. It doesn't think about the food anymore because you're away from the food environment, okay? Next thing you're talking to someone and doing something else. It's a smart thing. It's called diversion. You try it out, it works. It works well. Especially well when I want to get away from the mother-in-law, I don't want to talk to her. Diversion. Ooh, go to another room. Okay, diversion works on a lot of counts. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click on the link below if you want my free Candida shopping list. 17 pages, lots of good protein sources for vegetarians on there and vegans on there too. Thanks for tuning in.